most systems by graphing, first step is to graph each line on the same axis. And we find the point of intersection, and then most of all we check to make sure if that point of intersection satisfies both equations. So does the left side equal the right side for both of them? So example 1, we have two equations here, 2x plus y equals 5, and x minus 2 equals 10. So what I'm going to do here is label the first equation number 1 and the second one number 2. So to save time, I'm going to just transform each into the y equals mx plus b form. It's just quicker for graphing. Okay, so I want my y by itself on the left hand side, so I'm going to bring 2x over. So it's positive, then when I switch sides it becomes negative plus 5. Okay, so that means my slope is negative 2 over 1, and my y-intercept is 5. Okay, so my y-intercept starts here. Now as you recall, because our slope is negative, we're going to go down by 2 and over by 1. That's a little big here. Let me just change the size of that. Okay, sorry, I'm going to erase that. That's a little crazy. Okay, so down by 2, over by 1, and then we can go the opposite way. Right, we can go up 2 and over 1, up 2 and over 1. Okay, so I'm going to use a different color. Actually, sorry, let's draw this straight line here. Okay, so that's my line number 1. Okay, now let's go look at equation number 2 here. So we have x minus 2y equals 10. Okay, so I want y by itself, so I'm going to bring the x over. I have to divide everything by 2 to get, or sorry, negative 2 to get y by itself. So we are left with y equals 1/2 x minus 5. So my slope is 1/2, and my y-intercept is negative 5. Okay, so this time our slope is positive, so we're going to go up by 1 and over by 2, but first of all we always start by plotting the y-intercept. Okay, so we're going to go up 1 and over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. Okay, I'm going to extend our other graph here a little bit just so it's easier to tell. So we're going to go down to over, well, let's just check here, sorry I forgot I'm doing, yeah, down to over 1. Alright, so our point of intersection is where it crosses. Sometimes on the graph it's kind of hard, so sometimes you have to estimate it. Alright, but let's have a look here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I estimate it to be, our point of intersection to be 4, -3. Okay, so now we have to check. So what we do is we take it and we plug it back in. Alright, so here for equation number 1, our left side is 2x plus y, and our right side is 5. So in any order pair, right, the x comes first, and then the y. So here we have 2 times 4 plus -3. So we're left with 8 plus -3 equals 5, which equals our right side, so that point works for our first equation. Alright, so equation number 2 here. Alright, our left side is x minus 2y, and the right side is 10. So we've got 4 for our x value and -3 for our y value. So here we have 4 minus -6, and that equals 10. So again, left side equals right side. So we know we estimated or found our point of intersection. Okay, for example 2 here, we're going to use the same method. We're going to put it into y equals mx plus b because it's just quicker for graphing instead of doing a table of values. Okay, so for equation 1 I have 5x minus 2y equals 10. So again, I want y on the left hand side, so I'm going to move my 5x over. I need to divide everything by -2. So we've got y equals 5 over 2x. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I wrote 10 there. It should be 2. Minus 5. Okay, so from this you should get your slope as 5 over 2. So we're going to go up 5 and over 2, or down 5 and over 2. And our y-intercept is -5. Alright, so I'm going to start at -5. Alright, so here again I'm going up 5 and over 2. Up 5 over 2. And we could do the same, we can go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 2. Okay, so that's equation number 1. Alright, let's go here and look at equation number 2. Okay, we have x plus 2y equals 2. So again, I want y over on the left-hand side. I have to divide everything by 2 to get y by itself. So we're going to end up with y equals negative 1/2 x plus 1. So my slope is negative 1/2, so this time we're going to go down 1 and over 2, and my y-intercept is 1. Let's go over to the graph here. Okay, so I'm starting at 1. And again, I'm going down 1 and over 2. Oops, it's a little off there. Down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. And same, right? I can go up 1 and over 2 to the left. Okay, but we obviously hit our point of intersection early. Usually doesn't happen so easily. Okay, so we can see right here our point of intersection is 1, 2, is 2, 0. It's a good idea to always do the left